Our next guest in the closed-door Comey hearing today, joining us tonight, Congressman Matt Gaetz, member of the House Judiciary and Armed Services Committee. Congressman, were you impressed by the candor of the former fired FBI director?
Not at all, Lou. You know, I was deeply concerned because there were a number of circumstances where James Comey wouldn't give us honest answers, wouldn't tell us the truth, and would hide behind attorneys who were trying to suggest that even though his service concluded a year and a half ago, that somehow he couldn't tell us what happened.
That's on its face, as you suggest, preposterous. But on the other hand, how are you to conduct your constitutional oversight responsibilities if you can't have, in a closed-door hearing, candid responses by a witness?
Well, that is the problem, and I think what was most troubling is that Comey would not share with us information about communication he'd had with the Department of Justice in October of 2017 about how insufficient the evidence was to be spying on people close to President Trump. I think that's one of the reasons why there's a lack of confidence in that FISA process. But Lou, even beyond what you'll read on the record, I've just got to share with you that during the breaks in this committee, the behavior of the Democrats was disgusting. The same Democrats who wanted Comey fired when he provided information about emails on Anthony Weiner's laptop were begging Comey to sign their copies of his book they had written. While we're supposed to be conducting oversight, they're begging for Jim Comey's autograph.
Well, they're doing a victory dance that they ran out the clock on the Republicans for the past 2 years.
Well, that is a fair criticism, Lou, because Devin Nunes gave the Judiciary and Oversight Committees 42 names, and he said, look, let's get the information on the record, let's get the evidence together, let's compile it for a report, and we didn't even make it a third of the way through the list that the Intelligence Committee chairman provided. And I don't think that's an accident, Lou. I think that the Republican leadership did not want us to get to the bottom of the facts. They did not want to truly unearth the extent of the deep state, and that's why we're here with the clock running out and the Democrats about to be in control.
Remember the broadcast where you heard that first about Paul Ryan and the Rhino cabal that he put together and called your leadership for 2 years. It is appalling. It is disgusting. But let's turn to not a happier note, but a different subject, and that is this is Mark Meadows, Congressman Meadows, saying that Comey's coming back for a second round. We also hear that there will be a hearing on the Hillary emails scandal because there are some whistleblowers. Are you kidding me? In the final weeks, this is suddenly there is action here?
This is like a student being like a D- student for the entire semester, and then at the very end running to the teacher and begging for extra credit to get an A. We should have been doing our job all along. We should have interviewed Rod Rosenstein about wearing a wire on the president. We should have had Loretta Lynch giving truthful testimony about the tarmac meeting. But instead, we slow rolled, we didn't take the appropriate pace we should have, and now here we are, without the majority, with the Democrats about to be in control. And while I'm pleased that we were able to expose McCabe, expose Peter Strzok and Lisa Page, get people like Jim Baker, Priestep out. Well, McCabe has been referred for criminal prosecution. And look, when we took over...
I forgot. There have been letters written. He's been referred. Not one of them have suffered the consequences of their actions.
Look who the Attorney General was. You had the Keebler elf over running the Justice Department, unable to make a decision and unable to exercise, any sort of control or jurisdiction over the deep state actors there who totally had had him under their spell.
The spell is broken, I believe, and now you're going to hear the gavel come down, and in holding that gavel will be none other than Nancy Pelosi.